last time we discussed linear equations in two variables. So let's discuss linear equations in three variables. Okay. So here we have three variables x, y, and z. Okay. So sa Cartesian plane, diba, meron lang tayong x and y. So dito, kapag three variables ka na, meron ka na ring z-plane dyan, or z-axis. Okay. So, solve natin, ano? So, using elimination method, let's solve the systems of linear equation. So, here, una muna natin gagawin, we name or we label the equations. So, equation 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So, let's eliminate for z. Okay. Eliminate z. Okay. So, using equation 1 and 3, ano? Using equation 1 and 3. So, kung papansinin natin, equation 1 and 3 natin, 1 and 2 pala, no? So, using equation 1 and 2. So, kita natin yung ating equation 1 and 2. So, meron kang positive z, tsaka negative z. So, same sila ng coefficient, and magkaiba ng sign. So, kung i-add natin sila, yung dalawang equation, so maka-cancel yung ating z. Okay, let's use that. So, we have x plus y plus z is equal to 6. Then, plus yung ating equation 2. So, 3x plus 2y minus z is equal to 4. So, adding now, cancel yung z. So, we have 4x plus 3y equals 10. So, this now is our equation 4. So, nakabuo tayo ngayon ng bagong equation na 2 variable lang. Okay? So, ang goal mo dito, mapaunti ng mapaunti yung variable until such time na maging isa na lang siya. Okay? Kasi pwede ka na mag-divide both sides ng value na kasama ng x. Solve mo na yung value niya. Di ba? So, now, let's eliminate z pa rin using equation 2 and 3, ano? So, equation 2 and 3. Kaya lang, anong pwede nating gawin? So, magkaiba yung sign nila, ano? So, we can subtract. Or, magkaiba yung sign, so we can add, ano? So, addition yung ating operation. Magkaiba yung sign ni z dito, negative and positive. Okay? So, kulang nga lang yung sa equation 2, di ba? So, 1 lang yung kanyang coefficient. So, in able to cancel z, so we need to multiply the whole equation 2 with or by 2. Okay? So, multiply natin yung equation 2 ng 2. So, multiplying this equation by 2. So, 3x times 2, that is 6x. Plus 2y times 2, that is 4y. Negative z times 2, that is negative 2z, equals 4 times 2 is 8, di ba? So we have this equation. Then, plus equation 3, what is equation 3? That is 2x minus y plus 2z equals 6. So ang ating operation ay addition. So 6x plus 2x, that is 8x. 4y minus y, that is 3y. Then, cancel yung ating 2z is equal to 14. Okay, so we now have equation 5. Okay. So now, meron na tayo ngayong dalawang equation na ang kanyang variable ay dalawa lang din. So, x and y lang. So, let's run another elimination, ano? So, eliminate now y. Okay, using now, so pansinin, ano, parehas yung ating coefficient ni y, pero magkamukha sila ng sign. Okay, so wala ka nang pwedeng gamitin equation kasi ayun na, dalawang variable na lang. So we're going to use 4 and 5. Kaya lang, anong operation? Since magkamukha sila ng sign. Magkamukha sila ng sign. So, we're going to use subtraction. Okay, so we have, equation 4, 4x plus 3y equals 10 minus, okay, pansinin ha, kukulong ko muna sa parenthesis, ano, para yung sign bago. So we have 8x plus 3y equals 14. Okay? So walang problema kung yung sign ay puro positive, ano. So kung yan ay mag-negative ang sign mo, doon ka rin magkakaroon ng pagbabago, no? So positive yung 8x mo, so kung susubtract mo dito, okay. So you have, distribute natin negative sign, ano? Ganun, di ba, yung pag-subtract. So we have negative, negative here, negative here. So we have negative 8x plus 4x, that is equal to negative 4x. So since common itong dalawa, makakancel na ito, 3y. Okay, then we have negative 14 times 10, negative 14 plus 10, that is equal to negative 4. Okay, solving for x, we divide both sides by negative 4. So we have x is equal to 1. Ayun, nakuha na natin isang value. Okay, so now, let's substitute x in, okay, so saan natin siya isa-substitute? So, hanapin kung saang equation pwede. Okay, pwede nating i-substitute yung value ng x dito sa equation 5 or kaya naman sa equation 4, no? Bakit? Kasi dalawa na lang yung variable. Kung mag-substitute ka ng isa, so isa na lang yung matitira, mag-solve mo na siya. Okay, so dito ang madali sigurong pag-substitutean, so equation 4. Substitute the value of x in equation 4. Okay, so we have now equation 4, 4x plus 3y equals 10, ano? So lipat natin yung 4x since we are solving for y. So we have 3y transposing 4x, that is equal to 10 minus, okay, 3y is equal to 10 minus 4x. Then we substitute the value of x, so 3y equals 10 minus 4 times the value of x, that is 1. So we have 3y equals 10 minus 4, that is 6. So we have dividing both sides by 3 now. So 6 divided by 3, so y is equal to 2. Okay, so ngayon meron na tayong dalawang variable. Makukuha na natin yung value ng z if we are going to substitute it in equation 1, 2, or 3. So, pili ka ng madaling palitan, ano? So, pansinin, sa equation 1, walang mga coefficient masyado yung x and y. Okay? So, kung ililipat mo, magsusubtract ka lang. So, substitute x and y in equation 1. So we have equation 1, x plus y plus z is equal to 6. So solving for z, we have z is equal to 6 minus x minus y. So that is equal to 6 minus value ng x ay 1 minus value ng y ay 2. So we have 6 minus 1 minus 2, that is equal to 3. So z is equal to 3. Therefore, ang ating solution, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to 3. Yan ang sagot. Okay, ano lang siya. Now, solving the system of linear equations using substitution method. Okay, so paano? Solve for x using equation 1. Okay, ito yung ating equation 1, 2, and 3 pa rin. Pansin same problem yan, So using equation 1, we're going to solve for x. So transposing y and z sa kanan, So we have now x is equal to 6 minus y minus z. Then, we substitute the value of x here in equation 2 and 3. So ipapasok lang natin sila dun sa 2 and 3 natin. So, ito yung ating equation 2, di ba? 3x plus 2y minus z. Then, here, we substitute the value of x here. Okay, so kaya ganun, naging 3 times the value of x, 6 minus 1 y minus z plus 2y minus z is equal to 4. Then, distribute lang yung 3. So we have 6 times 3, that is 18. 3 times negative y. 3 times negative y, that's negative 3y. 3 times negative z, that's negative 3z. Plus 2y minus z is equal to 4. Then we simplify or we combine like terms. So we have negative 3y plus 2y, that is negative y. Then negative 3z minus z, that is negative 4z. Then we're going to transpose 18 sa kanan, ano? So we have 4 minus 18, that is negative 14. So we have this equation, negative y minus 4z is equal to negative 14. So we can modify that or we can multiply the whole equation with negative 1, ano? So pwede natin iayos na gano'n, no? So we have y plus 4z is equal to 14. So here we have our equation 4. So na-form natin siya, no? Same lang ng process or same lang ng concept, ano? So kailangan makabuo ka ng equations, papaunti ng papaunti yung variable, okay, hanggang sa maging isa. So let's now solve for x using equation, let's substitute the value of x in equation 3. So ito yung ating equation 3, di ba? So we have 2x minus y plus 2z is equal to 6. So substituting the value of x here, so we have 2 times value ng x, ito 6 minus y minus z minus y plus 2z is equal to 6. So distributing the 2, so we have 2 times 6, that is 12. 2 times negative y, negative 2y. 2 times z, negative 2z minus y plus 2z is equal to 6. Then combine like terms again, simplify this equation. Okay, so negative 2y minus y, that is negative 3y. Okay, then we transpose 12 here. So 6 minus 12, that is negative 6. And kung papansinin, so dito pa lang, negative 2z plus 2z. So cancel lang yung 2z. Ano ang dapat nating mapansin? So ang natitira na lang na variable sa iyo ay isang variable na lang, okay? So meron ka na lang ngayong negative 3y is equal to negative 6. Okay. So pa-solve mo na yung value ng y. So you're going to divide both sides by negative 3. So you have y is equal to 2. So pwede pa lang mangyari yung ganun, ano? So nagsasubstitute ka pa lang ng value ng x or ng equation to another equation na nare-reduce na yung variable, ano? Nakakancel na yung ibang variable. So pwedeng ganun. Pagka ganun nangyari, swerte. So maikli ang solution. Otherwise, kung naka-form ka ng another equation, so halimbawa meron ka equation 5 na nabuo, so that is by, halimbawa by plus cz equals d, di ba? So kapag ganyan, you can eliminate now one variable, ano? So pwedeng z or y. Okay, you can substitute. Okay, pwede rin, ano? So kagaya ng ginawa natin dito. So nag-solve for x tayo dito, di ba? Then we substitute it. So since dalawa yung ating bagong equation, you can solve for y, then substitute it here. Okay? Pwede yun. Kasi kapag ka nag-substitute tayo, diba, sinolve natin yung y, isa na lang yung variable. So puro z na lang. Okay? So pwede rin naman you solve or you eliminate the value of z, kagaya ng ginawa natin doon sa isa. Okay? So ganun lang yan, ano? Pero dito sa problem, na-reduce agad yung ating equation into one variable. So now, we're going to substitute the value of y in order to solve for z. Okay? So substitute the value of y in equation 4. Okay? So ito yung ating equation 4. Y plus 4z is equal to 14. So since we are solving for z, we transpose y, ano, sa kanan. So we have 4z is equal to 14 minus y. Then we substitute the value of y, which is 2 here. Okay, so you have now 4z is equal to 14 minus 2, that is equal to 4z is equal to 12, ano? Then you divide both sides by 4 to solve for z. So z now is equal to 3. Okay, so meron ka ng 2 variables, so you can use equation 1, 2, or 3, ano? So you substitute y and z in equation 1. So you're going to use x plus y plus z is equal to 6. since we are solving for x, so transpose natin yung y and z here sa kanan. So you have now x is equal to 6 minus y minus z. Substituting the value of y and z, so you have 6 minus 2 minus 3, so that is equal to 1. Ayun. Therefore, pangit na sulat ko. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, z is equal to 3. So, yun pa rin, ano. So, tama. Ibig sabihin, tama yung na-solve natin kasi nagkamukha siya dun sa ibang method, sa elimination. Okay, so sana nasundan. Okay, so let's have now matrices and determinants. So, this is one way in solving systems of linear equation, ano. A matrix is an ordered rectangular array of elements forming m rows and n columns. It is always customary to enclose the array of elements with parentheses or brackets or two vertical bars. Okay? Pwede yung ganun lang, ano? Okay. Consider the systems of three linear equations x, y, and z. Okay, so halimbawa meron tayong tatlong equation. Equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. Okay, so if we're going to arrange that into an array, okay, rectangular array. So, ang kukunin lang natin yung kanyang mga coefficients, ano? Okay, so yan yung mga coefficient ng ating variable. So, pansinin yung mga coefficient natin ginamit, ano? So, para sa coefficient ng x, gumamit tayo ng a. Then, a subscript na kung anong number ng equation niya. Equation 1 siya, or 2, or 3. Okay, so a, b, and c para kay x, y, and z. Then, yung ating d1, d2, d3, that is constants, ano? Now, how to arrange? So, ito yung ating equation, di ba? Equation 1, 2, and 3. So, arranging that into a rectangular array. So, this one will be the how it is being written, ano? So, this is what we call the coefficient matrix. Okay? So, ganyan siya, ano? Yung ating equation or yung ating coefficients for equation 1, ito, di ba? Sunod-sunod pa rin yung pagkakahay sa kanya, no? Okay? Sana malinaw sa atin yan, ano? Then, meron tayong tinatawag na yung constant matrix. Yun, D1, D2, D3. Ganun ang pagkakahay sa kanya, no? Now, let's have the Cramer's rule. Okay, let's have an example muna siguro. Ano ba magandang example dito? So, halimbawa, meron kang x plus y plus z is equal to 2. Then you have 2x plus 4y plus 6y plus 6z is equal to 8. Then you have 3x plus 6y plus 9z is equal to 12. Okay, in order arranging that into rectangular array or matrix form. So let's have v, ano, as our variable, what do you call that? Name ng ating matrix, ano, variable to. So let's name the matrix v. Okay. So ano yung coefficient nito? So 1. Coefficient ni y 1 din, and coefficient ni z ay 1. Okay. Then equation 2, so 2, 4, 6. Let's say, for example, this one is negative. Ano, gawin natin negative para makita. So, halimbawa ito yung negative. So, if you have 3 here, so 3, then negative 6, then 9. Okay, so that is your coefficient matrix. Then for constant matrix, let's name the matrix C. So you have 2, 8, and 12. So we simply build a matrix or we form a matrix. So ganun lang magawa ng matrix, ano? Huwag malilito. Now let's have Cramer's rule. Determinants can be used to solve a system of a linear equation in unknowns. The method used in solving such a system by means of determinants is called Cramer's rule. So using determinants, makasosolve natin yung ating linear equation. Ano? Kaya nagkaroon muna tayo ng background sa ating matrix kasi sa Cramer's rule, ang ginagamit dito ay matrices na. No? Okay, so paano ang pagsosolve? So, same pa rin ng system of linear equation natin, x, y, and z. So, ito yung ating coefficient matrix. Okay. So, in order to get the determinant, we name the determinant D, no? So, merong iba ginagamit ay, halimbawa, ang matrix niya ay A. So, it's either capital letter or a bar. Ganun, merong sa ibang book, ganun ang ginagawa. Okay. Sundan na, no? So, this is our coefficient matrix. Galing siya dito sa ating system of linear equations. Then, first step, you copy the first two columns. Sorry. Okay. Kukopyahin lang natin tong row na to, column na to, at ang column na to. Ayun. Okay. Then, we're going to draw a diagonal line. Okay, so here A1, B2 connected to C3, then B1, C2, C3, A3, then C1, A2, A3. So those diagonal are downward. Then another diagonal. Okay, another diagonal upward naman, ano? Yun. Kasi na, palaging sa isang diagonal, tatlo ang iyong element. Okay? So, ang tawag nga pala sa bawat isa na yan ay elements, ano? Yung laman ng ating matrix, elements ang tawag. Okay, now, okay. So, ito ang tatandaan nyo, no? So, lahat ng negative, lahat ng diagonal pababa ay positive. And lahat ng diagonal pataas ay negative. Diagonal pababa, positive. Diagonal pataas ay negative. Okay, so paano ang ginagamit yan, ano? So, in order to solve for the determinant, okay. So, pansinin, ano? Lahat ng tatamaan ng diagonal, you're going to get the product. Okay? So, here, on the first diagonal, you have A1, B2, C3. So, you get the product of A1, B2, and C3. So, ganun din sa mga susunod na diagonal na pababa. Okay? So, you have B1, C2, and A3 here. Then, you have C1, A2, and B3. Okay? Then, you enclose that into by a bracket. Then, pansinin, ano? Sabi natin, lahat ng diagonal na pataas ay negative. So, naglagay tayo ng negative dito. Since lahat na ng diagonal na susunod ay puro pataas. So, meron tayo, okay, so bracket ulit. So, pansinin na, product ulit ng first diagonal upward, that is A3, B2, C1. So, product nila, ayun. Then, next diagonal, B3, C2, A1. So, ito. Then, the last diagonal, so we have C3, A2, B1. Okay? So, that is how you get the determinant, ano? Then yung simplify this, kunin yung product ng bawat isa, perform the operations, then that is the determinant. Okay? So, ang tanong natin, paano ngayon natin masolve yung value ng x, y, and z? Okay. Using the Cramer's rule or the determinant. Okay, to solve for x, okay, pansinin, ano? We're going to form another matrix or coefficient matrix, but instead of using the same matrix, we're going to replace one of the column for x variable with the constant matrix. Okay? Yung matrix natin na para sa x na variable, which is A1, A2, A3, papalitan lang natin ng constant matrix or ng ating D1, D2, and D3. And the steps are the same. Okay? So, rewrite lang natin ulit yung first two columns. So, here, for dx, So we have D1, D2, D3, B1, B2, B3. Okay, same lang din. For dy naman, ganun din, ano, kukunin mo rin yung determinant nito. This new matrix that we form. Okay, you follow then the steps. Ganun lang din, diagonal downward and upward. Okay. Wala dito. Sumobra na ako. So, 3 diagonals lang dyan, ano? Pagka ganyan, 3 by 3. Okay, so then, diagonal upward. Okay? So, tatandaan, para makikita mong tama yung pag-draw mo ng diagonal, dapat yung tatamaan ng diagonal mo ay laging tatlong elements. So, same lang for y. So, new matrix again, but instead of the column that contains the coefficients of variable x, we're going to replace the column containing the coefficients of the variable y with our constant matrix, which is D1, D2, and D3. Okay? Then we copy again the first two columns, yun, ano, A1, A2, A3, and D1, D2, D3. Then, for DZ, so yung huling column na yun, ano, yung para sa Z, yun yung papalitan natin ng constant matrix. Then, same lang din, you rewrite the first two columns again, then form diagonals, then multiply, get the determinant. Okay? Then, for to solve for x, so ito, hindi ito yung katulad ng ano, no? Yung alam natin sa algebra na dx over d, cancel d. Hindi ganun yan, ha? Okay? So, ibig sabihin yan, yung determinant natin ng matrix na pinalitan, which is dx, you divide that with the determinant of this matrix, ano? Yung coefficient matrix natin. You get the value of x. Okay? So, for y, dy over d, and the determinant, okay, dz over d rin, that is equal to z. So, let's have an example. So, pansinin yung constants, ano, parehas lang nung doon sa atin. So, ang sagot natin doon, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to 3. Same lang, ano, yan yung sagot natin doon sa kanina. So, tingnan natin kung mga kaparehas. Okay, first thing to do, you form the matrix. So, ito ang ating matrix. So, 1, 1, 1, 3, 2, negative 1, 2, negative 1, 2. Then, you copy the first two columns. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, negative 1. Then, you get the determinant, ano? So, downward muna. Downward arrow. Pansinin, no? Yung dapat consistent din yung iyong pagdodraw ng arrow. Huwag kang malilihis ng element. Okay. Okay, so downward minus yung ating upward arrows or diagonal. So now, so we have first diagonal 1 times 2 times 2. Okay, yun. Then second diagonal 1 times negative 2, negative 1 times 2. Yun. Then for the third diagonal, we have 1, 3, negative 1. Then minus, okay, so second, first upward arrow or diagonal, 2 times 2 times 1, negative 1 times negative 1 times 1, 2 times 3 times 1. Okay, so simplifying here, so 2 times 2, this is 4. 1 times negative 1, this is negative 1 times 2, negative 2. Then here, we have 1, 3, negative 1, so we have negative 3. Then dito naman, meron tayo 4. So ito, negative 1, 1. So 1, positive 1 tayo dyan, ha? Then 2 times 3, 6. So simplifying that, we have 4 minus 2 minus 3, that is negative 1, ano? So this is negative 1. Okay. So negative 1, then 4 plus 1 plus 6, that is 11. So, since meron tayong negative dito, naging parehas na silang negative. So, we have negative 1 minus 11, that is negative 12. So, ang determinant natin ay negative 12. Now, for x, so palitan natin ngayon yung column, ano? Yung ating constant matrix 646, papalit lang natin dun sa ating first column. Okay, so 646, ano? Then we rewrite again the first two columns. Then we get the determinant. Okay, ganun lang, ano? Diagonals. Okay, so dito tayo ulit mag-arrive. So 6 times 2 times 2, then plus 1 times negative 1 times 6, 1 times 4 times negative 1, then diagonal upward. Okay, minus, okay, 6 times 2 times 1, negative 1 times negative 1 times 6, so yun. So 2 times 4 times 1, yun. Simplifying this, so we have 24 minus 6 minus 4 minus 12 plus 6 plus 8. Then we have 14 minus 26. So we have negative 12 for dx. So yun na ba yung ating x? So hindi pa, ano? To solve for x, we divide dx with the determinant, ano? So we have negative 12 over negative 12, that is equal to 1. So yun, nakuha na natin yung x. Nag-equal siya dun sa ating x. Now for dy, so papalitan natin ngayon to, ano? Yung coefficients nito with a constant matrix. So we have now 1, 6, 4, okay, 6, 4, 6 dito, ano? Pinalitan natin. Then rewrite again the first two columns, then draw the diagonals, ano? Para hindi ka malito. Kung kaya mo naman na hindi dinodraw, okay lang din. Okay? So diagonals downward, so 1, 4, 2, 6, negative 1, 2, yun, 1, 3, 6. Then, for the upward diagonal, so 2, 4, 1, ayun, 6, negative 1, 1, yun, tapos 2, 3, 6. So, then we simplify, 1, 4, 2, this is 8. This is negative 12, 6 times 2 times negative 1, then this is 18. This one is 8. Here we have negative 6, and here we have 36. So simplifying that, okay, so 8 minus 12 plus 18, that is equal to 14. And dito naman, negative 6, okay, 38. So we have 14 minus 38, then 14 minus 38, that is equal to negative 24. Okay. Now this is our dy. To solve for y, we divide dy by d, or our determinant. So negative 24 over determinant negative 12. That is equal to 2. So yun, nakuha natin yung value ng y. Okay, so last, for the z, solving for z, so pinalitan lang natin itong column na to, no? Okay. Tapos diagonal ulit. Okay. So we have here 1, 2, 6, 1, 4, 2, 6, 3, 1, 6, 3, negative 1. So for upward diagonal, so 2, 2, 6. So negative 4, 1, then 6, 3, 1, ano? Yun. Okay. So simplifying that, we have 12. Okay, so 6 times 2, that is 12, plus 4 times 2, 8. 6 times 3 times negative 1, that is negative 18. Then minus, so 2 times 2 times 6, that is 24. So negative 4, yun. 6 times 3 times 1, that is 18. Then simplifying, we have 2 minus 38. So 2 minus 38, that is equal to negative 36. So ito yung ating dz. Then to solve for z, we divide dz with our determinant negative 12. So negative 36 divided by negative 12, that is equal to 3. Okay? Therefore, the answer or the solution is x equals 1, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to 3. So, gano'n lang yung Cramer's rule. So, huwag kayong magtataka kung may pagkakataon na sa inyong matrix ay magkakaroon kayo ng fraction. Okay? Natural lang yan, ano, yung magkaroon ng fraction. Pero dapat, since marunong ka na naman ng elimination and substitution, nagsosolve ka ng using Cramer, so you can check any of those method, ano, pwede mong gamitin yung elimination or substitution para i-check kung tama yung sagot mo. Okay? So ito kasing matrix, ginagamit din to pag mga 7x7 yung uh, matrix, no? 7 unknown, 7 variables. So pwede itong matrix. Okay? Pero huwag nyo muna ang intindihin niya. Dito muna kayo sa 3x3. Okay?